Daily as I live, and often as I breathe, let my whole life be expressions of your grace. Daily as I live, and often as I breathe, let your whole life be expressions of your grace. We cry, Abba Father, hallowed be your name. Hallowed be your name. Oh. Welcome to today's conversation of the Naked and Afraid show. My name is Oyin Consola Alabi. I work as the emotions doctor, and it is my pleasure to be welcoming you to this conversation today. Thank you so much for buying the badge, Bology. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of us. As it is our custom, could you please let me know where you're experiencing this conversation from? It is the Naked and Afraid show. Where are you watching me from, please? What part of the world are you experiencing this from? Usually we have between 10 and 13 countries every Friday. Professionals, executives, entrepreneurs gather together to have a conversation. So please talk to me in the chat room. Where are you experiencing this conversation from? Tolu is representing the United Kingdom. DFB is representing Nigeria. So I've seen United Kingdom, I've seen Nigeria. I am in Dallas, US. So we have 3 countries here already. So 3 countries, UK, US, Nigeria. Please let me know what is going on. Where are you experiencing this conversation from? Today's conversation is titled How the State of the Nation or Nations Reflect the State of Families. Canada is in the house, so we have 4 beautiful countries in the house: Nigeria, Canada, United Kingdom, and the United States. Where else are you experiencing this from? Please remind your friends. It's the Naked and Afraid show, and we are here live to have a conversation on how the state of the nation reflects the state of families. New Jersey. Do you mean New Jersey in the US, or is New Jersey another country? Good to see all of us, all the regulars on my wall, members of Fluffy Life Club, my tribe members, my friends, every soul, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. We have 4 countries presently in the house: UK, US, Canada, and Nigeria. If I'm missing out your country, can you please let me know? Let me know. DRC, is that something Republic of Congo? What is it? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? So talk to me. Okay, Newark, New Jersey. I got you. Thank you. I was wondering, is New Jersey another country today? So DRC. Oh gosh, my friends are something else. Rotimi is here. Looking at my afro. Yeah, it's a designer style. I like to bring my style on board. No matter what is happening in the world, I just got to be fluffy, man. I just got to be fluffy. Namaste, Rotimi. We need to catch up. You've abandoned me. Instead of you to be sending me allowance, like Rotimi, you're a big boy. You should be taking care of children like me. Yeah, Democratic Republic of Congo. Thank you. Yeah, so that's 5 countries in the house. So let's go down to today's conversation. It's going to happen for 30 minutes. How the state of the nation reflects the state of the families. So one of the citizenships that I have is Nigeria. Do you understand? Nigeria. When they say nationality and all of those words, Nigeria is there. And I like Nigeria. Thank you for appreciating my hair. Thank you so much. I like Nigeria. I am Nigerian and I love it. So Oman is in the house. That's another country, I think. If it's not a country, please let me know. I always want to learn. So please let me know. It sounds to me like a country, but if it's not, please correct me. Thank you. So I like Nigeria. But there are just a handful of things that I don't understand about the country and about Africa, in general. And I would be using Africa as some level of my centerpiece because I'm African. But you're welcome if you're not. Let's just learn together. There's so many things, beautiful things about Africa. So let's start from there. I like to appreciate things before I mention my areas of concern. I like the sandwich method where you're just not focusing on what is not going well. You can also remind yourself of the beauty, that is around you. So for Africa, for example, being a Nigerian, even though I've been to about 12 African countries, let's see, I like our food. I like our style. Oman is in Asia. Thank you. Yeah, I will remember that. I like our food. I like our style. I like our party spirit. I like how we celebrate to some extent. I'm not talking about the abnormalcy. So I'm talking about how we celebrate to some extent, how we enjoy life, how we make our food. I like our style. I like some things about our culture, where some things were ingrained in some of us about values, about respect. We don't get it right every time, but somewhere along the line, we still try to remind ourselves that's not everybody, but some of us, still try to do all of those things. I like the education, in somewhere like Nigeria, for example, that thankfully we don't have student loans, that some of our parents paid, some of us paid ourselves, and we didn't start out in life with so much in credit, and that financial burden, so I'm grateful for those things. I'm grateful for a lot more that I may not remember at this time, but I'm grateful for, the fact that I lived a good part of my life in Nigeria and experienced, Nigeria and enjoyed myself. But I have some reservations, that we must talk about if indeed we want to create emotionally stable ancestors and raise, and start a new generation, or reconstruct or re-engineer, or just ensure that we have generational emotional stabilities. We talk about generational curses a lot, but we also need to focus on generational emotional stabilities. We need to focus on the legacy preservation and all of those good things. So I'm looking at Nigeria as an example and a case study, and then I'll talk about some other African nations that I can remember at this time. So I'm looking at Nigeria and I'm saying to myself, when I was younger, I used to hear statements like, a good name is better than gold and silver, a good name is this, a good name is that. But here I am saying, where are all the evangelists of a good name? I am struggling to find them, and I'm just saying to myself, I think that the evangelists of values are dead. I think they are the ones who have died. I think the ones that are here now, maybe just some remnants, are still available, just a couple or a few of them, but they are definitely not many. And why and how did I arrive at the fact that they are not many? I just find it very disturbing that in my 70s, instead of me resting and chilling somewhere because I have worked on all my life, I have led all my life, I have been responsible all my life, like some of us are saying about some people. And at that level of responsibility, I should have successors. So now I have a functional company in Nigeria. I've been in the US for some time. I have a company in Nigeria. I have faculty members. I have directors. I have team members. They don't need me to do a lot of things because I raised them. I created a succession plan. And as much as possible, everyone is trying to be a leader. Everyone is bringing themselves on board. Everyone is, everyone is showing up the way they're supposed to show up. And I'm just here to appreciate them. I'm just here to say, I'm here for you. Go for this, go for that. And this is me at less or close to 40. So I'm saying to myself that in 30 years, I definitely don't want to be looking for more power. I don't want to look for more money at 70. I just want to be raising people. I want to be teaching people about legacy. I want to see my proteges or successors And I just want to chew and say, wow, well done, good and faithful servants. You lived a good life. I said, I'm not interested in dragging power with anyone. I'm not even doing that now. I'm not interested in dragging fame or fortune or popularity, not to talk of dragging power when I'm ill, dragging power when I have some medical things to deal with, dragging power when my life is on the line and I may exit anytime from now. And it is just not a Nigerian thing. When you look at Africa, some of these African leaders should be resting. And I'm like, at what point are we going to converse and agree that this is not leadership anymore? This is greed. This is rulership. This is emotional, financial terrorism. This is wickedness. How can you be medically ill and you want to lead a damn nation? Do you know what it is to lead a nation? You can't even remember your name sometimes. You can't remember where you were sometimes. Your kidneys, livers, tissues are not functioning well. You know, like, how can you be in pain and you don't know when to stop? How can you be in pain and you cannot look in the mirror and say, man, this is not leadership, this is greed. This is my desire for recognition. This is my desire for power. This is my desire for immunity. This is me messing up. And then if you have no capacity for self-reflection, don't you have friends? Like, you don't have any friend who will call you to a corner and whisper into your ear that you're crazy. You don't have any friend that can say to you that, you know what, I don't mind if this is the last time we're going to talk, but something is wrong with you. How can you be ill? How can you be in your 70s and you are struggling for power? What did you do when you were young? Isn't there a time to be a nuisance? Isn't there a time, to malfunction? Isn't there an expiry date to being an idiot or something? And this is me just trying so hard to be kind. Isn't there a time where on your pillow, you are saying to yourself that something is fundamentally wrong with me? How can a nation like Nigeria be buying naira for naira? How can there be naira scarcity, fuel scarcity, electrical issues, security issues, and the same party that caused the breakdown for the past 8 years? I'm talking about a party, not a person now. The same party that caused the breakdown for 8 years, you do not have the capacity to check your report card and just look at it and say, damn, I should be hiding, I should be embarrassed, and I should be apologizing for causing people this level of pain. But somewhere along the line, you are still full of confidence, still full of courage, and now it is now party versus party. And then when you look at the average age amongst all of them is about 50 something, 60 something, 70 something. And I'm like, who are the humans who said a good name is better than gold? And then you hear statements like, oh, the bullion van missed its way to somebody's house. Are you damn serious? Like, almost everybody in Nigeria now is angry. Almost everybody in Nigeria is dealing with aggression, transferred aggression. They're upset. Like, people are ready to do anything. People are fighting in banks, fighting on the road, fighting at home, everywhere. And then nobody. Like, it is just strange. I'm just so lucky that my father is not there, he's late. And my mother, trust me, man, you want to do what? Campaign for who? Sometimes when I remember some things I said in the past, I am embarrassed. And I'm thankful for growth, because that's the reason why I'm embarrassed. I have grown. Like, when you sit down in your 60s and 70s, and you are looking for more power in your 70s, hold on a minute. What did you do when you were 20 something? What did you do when you were 30 something? What did you do when you were 40 something? You are looking for power, dealing with cancer, dealing with kidney issues. You are using diapers. You are ill. You can't even remember your name. You can't remember states. You are licking microphones. You are doing stuff because you're supposed to be resting. And then it is just funny to me that people are legit campaigning for these people. The only reason why you're campaigning for them is you're defending your daily bread. There's nothing beyond that. You cannot be sane and see what is happening in Africa. Some African leaders can't even walk upright. They are holding them. Like they cannot even walk upright. They are holding them. They are holding you, yet you want to lead a nation. You can't even hold a glass of water or a teacup or something. Isn't there a time to self-reflect? Isn't there a time to think? Because when you look at families also, these humans leading the countries are from families. Ironically, a good number of them are men. I hate to mention the gender. I don't have a problem with the gender, but I'm just looking at it. Women also are not left behind. There's no left behind series. We're not also fully normal sometimes. Maybe most times. But you know, there's just this uniqueness with men. Some men, not all of them. And you know, when I see all of these people that are leading, I try to check out their families. And of course, something is fundamentally wrong at home. Some of them don't know how many children they have. Some of them don't know how many women they have. Some of them don't even know a lot of things about themselves. And you look at the state of the families, and one thing is fundamental. The person who claims to be the leader, no matter who the gender is anyway, the person who claims to be the leader is most likely the person who cannot be called to order. How can you want to lead? You don't want to be accountable. How can you want to lead? You don't want to be called to order. You are not interested in leading. You are interested in being a terrorist. You are not interested in leading. You are interested in just being a wicked person. How do you want people to submit to you? You don't want to submit to anyone. Like Sheikh Badu. English version is, are you well? The pidgin version is, you the reasoner. The tongues version is that something is fundamentally wrong with you. How do you desire submission and you can't submit? And the painful part is that the connoisseurs of this movement are men. I have a man, I have men friends, I love them, but we gotta say the truth. I'm coming from my gender also. Like, what is going on? An average Nigerian leader does not even resign. It is not even in their dictionary to say, I messed up, I am taking responsibility by resigning. It's the same thing in marriages. Some marriages, you cheat, your wife is upset, and then you say, oh, move on. I already said I'm sorry. Really? Really? If she did that to you and said the same statement you were saying, what will your reaction be? The family center is the factory of the nation. Every soul leading us today came from a family. Most of the time, a dysfunctional family. And when I say dysfunctional family, it's not about being married, single motherhood, single fatherhood. No. A dysfunctional family can be two people living together and they're dysfunctional. So that you're under the same roof, husband and wife, daddy and mommy, does not make you healthy. Because, sometimes I see this campaign of, single mothers can't raise good children. I was raised by a single mother and I'm normal. And I'm good. I'm a point of contact. And I can say that to you clearly. Emotionally, I'm sound. Mentally, I'm sound. Financially, I'm sound. Sexually, I'm sound. Like, I'm good. Spiritually, I'm game. So all of these single mothers can't raise good children. No. Even if you were raised by parents under the same roof, it doesn't mean that your family wasn't dysfunctional. Because enough of this bandit kind of movement. The family center is a reflection of the nation and the nation reflects the family. Every soul leading us came from somewhere. Are they good fathers? Go check out the people you want to vote for. And when I say good fathers, you are on drugs? How many children did you really raise? How many of your children are on drugs? How many of your children are thieves? How many of your grandchildren are thieves? What work do your children do apart from being governor's children, president's children? What is their day job? What do they do for a living that we can see, we can audit? You just see them riding everything else, private jet choppers, with nothing else. Some of them didn't even graduate. Some of them are hooked on every flavor of drug. You also. You are fighting in public. You are cursing. It is a campaign, not war. Instead of you to say what your agenda is and what you're bringing on board, you are going, messing up other parties, insulting them. Oh, they will labor to death, this and that. That's not what we're talking about. What is your plan for security? You can't see anything. It is your followers that are talking for you. What is your plan for this? What is your plan for that? And you check the family center out. How many men receive instructions? How many men submit? How many men are accountable? How many men have the capacity to reflect? You want to lead, you don't want to be called to order. You don't want to submit to anybody. And then you're going to hear, men are not supposed to submit. No, all of us are supposed to submit unto one another. And then leadership is service. Leadership is not, I better pass my neighbor. Leadership is not worshiping. Leadership is not that you are a god on someone. You know, it's like marriage. Marriage is partnership. But in some countries, marriage is ownership. Marriage is rulership. Marriage is terrorism. Marriage is wickedness. You just sit down and you're just wondering, how are we all sharing the same air? Like, the heart of man is deeply wicked. How can I vote for you? When you wanted my vote, you were pretending to be humble, going on the streets, trying to be a mechanic, be a barber, be a stylist. You were everywhere, just doing a lot of things. Now that you are in power, when you were chasing the girl, you were cool. When you were asking, for, what's he called? When you were asking for love, when you were asking to be her man or whatever it was, you were cool, you were respectful, you were romantic, you had the flowers, you had the money, you had the chivalry, you could open the door, you could do all of those things. And then now that you are in power, now that you are her man, you can continue it. Oh, I'm the man of the house. And then, I want fresh food daily. You don't mind that both of you go to work, both of you are in traffic, both of you get home late, both of you get home tired. It's a dual income household. Both of you drop the money, but somewhere along the line, one person cleans the house, one person cooks, one person has to be horny enough to give you sex every time, one person has to take care of the children, one person has to do the assignments, one person. And guess what? What's your responsibility? Provision. Yet, God is our provider. Yet, I drop money too. And we fail to understand what is hard in understanding that both of us live here, both of us should take responsibility. Both of us created the children, both of us should raise the children. Thank you, Steve Harris. That's my guy. Steve is very special to me, but I will not tell you how and why. Both of us raised the children. Both of us had the sex. We made the children. It's time to raise the children. It becomes one person. Hold on a minute. Has it ever occurred to you that that's your sperm? That child belongs to you. That's actually your sperm. What is the problem in taking care of your sperm? You can take care of your cum. Are you serious? Both of us created the children. But somewhere along the line, we created this box of, ladies are just very special with children, this and that. No, That's what culture says. But on behalf of women, that's a bloody lie. I've never changed diapers before. I don't have diapers. I don't have children. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone, for buying the badge. Igbo Chick, thank you. I don't have children. If I'm going to learn how to change diapers, I'm going to use someone's chat. I'm going to use YouTube. Trust me, you have the capacity to do the same thing. One of my YouTube videos, and the video I posted here, was when I was talking about if you can learn doggy, you can learn kindness. Some very strange man, no woman said anything. But trust me, the gender that is always trying to prove a point, some of them came into my inbox. About 50 of them actually came to say thank you. Some sent me money, sent me food. They were just very normal people. And the special ones came and said, you know, you can compare doggy to kindness. They are two different things. And I think they were sounding intelligent to themselves, which is fine. But here is what I'm saying. You know, we usually say sometimes, oh, my parents didn't teach me this, my parents didn't teach me that. I get it. Did your parents call you to show you what doggy is? Did they call you to show you 69? Did they call you to show you pole dancing? Did they call you to show you how to suck and lick? Did they teach you cunnilingus? Where did you learn it from? Porn is one of it. Friends, secondly. Movies, thirdly. Songs, fourth. Girlfriends, fifth. Whoever, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10. But you learned it because you were interested. Aha. What is stopping you from learning partnership? YouTube is there. Google is there. ChatGPT is there. Everything. Media. Music. But you don't want to learn it. You know the reason why? Because it pays you to pretend not to understand. You are benefiting from it. You are benefiting from the wickedness. Let me tell you something. People usually don't criticize a system they benefit from. All those people that you see campaigning for men that should be resting, they have some subtle benefits. They can't tell me anything beyond that. You cannot be well and you see another man that is unwell. He's dealing with medical issues. He forgets things easily. He licks microphones. He's been leading all his life. I hear that, oh, since he was 30, he was a leader. Exactly. If you have led for 40 years, shouldn't you be resting? It is only a demon that rules and reigns forever. Are you a demon? Here I am at my young age. I'll be 39 this year. I am already looking forward to retirement. If I honestly have the money I'm looking for, I will stop working. I will delete all my accounts on social media. You ain't going to find me anywhere. I'm just going to be on my man's chest doing all the jobs, blow hand, everything. You think I'm hardworking? No. I don't have the money I'm looking for. No, I'm not this hardworking at all. It's my bank account and my balance that is making me work this hard. You think I want to be the emotions doctor? No. I just want to be a stripper for my guy. I'm not this hardworking in life. Oh, you think I like to read? No. I read and I'm reading because that is feeding me. No, my alter ego is a stripper. My alter ego is to sit down on the beach, checking my watch and, checking my nails and all of those things. I don't want to do anything with my life. I don't want to do any goddamn thing. That is the reason why I am finding it difficult to understand that at 70 and 75, you are still looking for power. Sheikh Badu. If I see any credit card that has $5 million, I will delete my account. All of you watching me today, I will just do a press release. I have finally arrived. Namaste. You will not hear from me again. The next time you'll be hearing from me is one island that only me and my husband do. We will not even carry children there. For you to know how vain I am in this life. I don't want to see any child around. Bring the children on weekends. I didn't marry for children. I married for myself. So it is strange to me that African leaders, the ones using Pampers, the ones dealing with cancer, whatever, all you are thinking of in your life is to become a president. I don't want to become anybody's president. I want to become the president of my bedroom. You think I want to lead you people? No! I'm not interested in leading you. Somebody asked me a question one day. Who do you want to become in life? I said, nothing. Nothing. All these unnecessary, goals. I want to be somebody's role model. I'm not interested in role modeling you. I'm not interested in being your mentor or your tormentor or anything. I'm not interested in being your pastor or whatever. Nothing. I'm not interested in being your leader or interested in being something you want to campaign for. I'm very vain. The only thing I'm interested in is the president and the minister of my bedroom. Once I master bedroom activities, I'm done. You think I came to this world to work? No. No. Hell no. I didn't come here to work. You think I came here to work, pay bills, and die? No. You think I am on Instagram Live today because I want to be famous? No. If I wanted to be famous, all I need is a sex tape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do a sex tape, repent. Repent, get a second chance from God, and become a motivational speaker. And then Ivy Leagues are going to start inviting me. From a porn star to a business mogul. That's how to be famous. You think I don't know how to use my body to be a nuisance? No. I am just looking for a good name is better than gold. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Look at your family. When last did you serve your children? When last did you serve your spouse? If you are a Christian, Jesus served. He was washing people's feet. When you say some people should wash the plate they used to eat, they will have paralysis. The food was free. Shopping was free. They fed you free. Oh. You are even lucky they didn't poison you. Some people have made their spouse rest in peace stylishly. You are lucky you ate and it digested. To wash the plate you used though. You can't wash plates, but in the bedroom you can wash plates. Something's wrong with some of you. Sue me for you. In the bedroom you can wash plates. Please send me a DM to book a session with me. Thank you. In the bedroom you can wash plates. Oh. In fact, you will do anything to wash plates in the bedroom. The plate you now used to eat, you will now say, I'm the man of the house. When you were washing bedroom plates, which gender were you? Well, okay. When you were washing bedroom plates, which gender were you? Non-binary. The plate you now used to eat, you can't wash it. Well, okay, Rara. I can't wash the plate I used to eat has become our president. I can't wash the plate I used to eat has become our minister. I can't wash the plate to eat has become our governor. All the human beings terrorizing every African country came from families. Let me tell you something. They are terrorizing their families also. That's why their children are using drugs. Go on, how many emotionally stable families and emotionally stable children are on drugs? Go and check it. The plate you used to eat, you can't wash it, but you can wash plates in the bedroom. When last did you serve your children? The children who didn't even ask you to be born, if they had a choice, they would not choose you as their father or mother. Hope you know. Good. Because they would have suspected that you have an ounce of wickedness. If the children had an option, you will not be on the ballot. But somewhere along the line, because God wants to be kind, He gave all of us where we are. I'm the man of the house, cannot serve. The man of the house has become the governor. Now, who gave the order? We have been asking since 2 years ago. No answer. Come for governorship debate, they will disappear. But you know the truth? Because they know that some people watching me today will still vote for them. Because you are used to suffering. We are used to lack of accountability. And because we are benefiting from it, people are buying naira for naira. Do you know what that means? There's no fuel. A country in darkness. I have been looking for light in Nigeria since there was no light till I left. And I was living well. I had a 4-bedroom duplex and a boys' quarters in Osborne, Foreshore, Ikoyi. I had a pool and a gym. But I left. People think, oh, people leave Nigeria for money. No. Money? Which money are you people even talking about? Is it in naira you're talking about? Turn your naira to dollars now and let's be looking for it. I am the man of the house. It's a terrorist at work. They can't ask Oga any question. In Oga's presence, they have to bow. They have to sing, we bow before your throne. 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 They do that to daddy at home. Children are bowing to fathers. And it's not out of respect, it's out of fear and terrorism. They can't ask fathers any questions. Because of what? They have a protruding organ. The organ that stands. Because of that, we stand in awe of you. Are you serious right now? And then they now took it to spirituality. Don't question God. If I can't question God, who should I question? I bear income. If God has a problem with questioning, he can speak. Let him talk to me directly. You know the reason why you can't question God? Because you don't question your dad. When your daddy is acting like anything you put there, bam. You can't say, daddy, don't be angry. This thing you are doing, can you please shed more insight? But no, they carried it to religion. Our pastor said, pastor is man. Abi is a man then. Pastor is human. They don't get it right every time. All of us have flaws. Over 10. The best of man will give you a 7/10. But no, as long as pastor said it, it is what it is. You people have programmed beasthood in people. Husbands have become beasts. Wives, they can't even receive feedback from their wives. Don't talk to me like that. And I'm not saying they should insult. So when I say feedback, I'm not talking about insult. Before you people come with your drama. Feedback, the thing will be like fight. You can't receive feedback from your wife, you can receive blowjob. You can't receive feedback from your wife, you can receive hand job. You can't receive feedback from your wife. You can lick plate. Oh. You know, so people, I don't even know, because I'm even beginning to say to God that I think some of us should just be in another world. This world that all of us are sharing is strange to me. So some of these leaders don't have anybody, because I can't imagine for 2 years, you people who voted you in the power asking you one question. Who gave the order? And you can't answer. And you have not resigned. They have not told you to leave the office. Like, resignation is strange to African leaders. And then almost all of them are men. And then you're just wondering, whoa, a good name is better than gold. It's not the people in this generation. It's not these men in their 70s and 80s who said it. The people who said it have died. These ones in their 70s and 80s are terrorists. There's absolutely nothing else. You cannot be dealing with an illness and you have led for 40 years when you are not a demon. You want to rule forever. When you hear principalities and powers, it's African leaders. So don't go far. Just go and Google president of. You will see all of them. Some are using walking stick. Some have dementia. Some are using pampers. Something's wrong with them, but they are still in power. They are holding them. Men that should be on the bed listening to lullaby. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge. I'm telling you. Some of them, you don't even know their real name. Did they have classmates in primary school? We don't know. Who did you go to secondary school with? We don't know. Who was your classmate in college? You don't know. Nothing. You just came, bam. Nobody can track or trace. Some of them are in your house. Men listening to me today, if you are following me and one day I just hear a whisper that you are a terrorist, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hand of the emotions doctor. If you cannot serve as a man or serve as a woman, don't bother getting married. Don't bother creating children. Let me tell you something. In fact, sometimes men even say something like, we don't need women. We don't need women. Go and marry your gender. Cause quarrel. Marry your gender. Cause fight. You people should be doing, we are the men of the house. Marry yourselves. They cause quarrel. It's not compulsory to marry opposite gender now. We know they follow and fight. Marry your gender so that you people will be doing, we are the men of the house. 2 men, it's okay. Lead. You people should not watch each other's plates. Use all the plates till it's dirty, then you buy disposable. Just be proving points. And then some people will say, if a woman can't cook, why will you marry her? How were you feeding before you met her? Were you starving? Who was feeding you? Wait, you can't feed yourself. Like, how old are you, self? About 40. So you can't carry your leg to the kitchen to make food for yourself so that you won't die. Your life is in the hand of somebody else. If they don't eat, if they don't cook, you won't eat. I bear income. If they don't cook, you won't eat. These are people in power. These are people that in power, when they come out of the car, before they come out of that, they will open the door for them. They will now come out. Then somebody will help them carry their bag. Somebody will help them carry their phone. Somebody will, if you're not even careful, they'll help you carry your leg. Then when you now get, to the event you are going, now it's announcing the arrival of, they will now be worshiping you. That's the reason why they don't like abroad. Abroad, you will use that your leg to the train or train station. If you get there late, you will not say, they will not wait for you. Say, I'm the prime minister of, it's your father's household that you go and be stressing with. Do you know who I am? Nobody sends you abroad. Abroad, you will enter Uber, you will do everything that normal people are supposed to do. You will queue. You will not come there with siren. Any siren we hear abroad is ambulance and police, fire service truck. There's no demon that can make you use one ambulance under the guise of nobody send on our forefathers abroad. That's the reason why when Nigerians come abroad, it borders their self-esteem. Because nobody is asking you for selfie. Nobody is making you feel important. In Nigeria like this, the moment you can say anything, you will become popular. Anything. And then you now go and hire 2 policemen with guns. You have arrived. If you now mistakenly have an SUV, it's all over. I'll be saying, do you know who I am? Nobody cares with your Nigerian passport. Nobody cares. How much is your money? Turn it to dollars. Before you start saying, do you know who I am? If you don't have millions of dollars, just show up on the assembly ground and be receiving wisdom and instruction. And then we'll now say, it's how Europe underdeveloped Africa. No, how Africa underdeveloped Africa. How African men underdeveloped Africa. How African women enabled African men in underdeveloping Africa. They will cheat on women. You will say, he loves me. They will beat them. He say, violence is a sign of love. No, violence is not a sign of love. Violence is a sign of mental illness. The beater and the receiver needs to see a psychiatrist. When he slaps you, we will say it's just a slap. Come and do that, you're just a slap in the US. You will just be in prison. Come and do your just a slap in London. You will just be killed from sleep. Some of you are even lucky. You will slap a woman, you will still sleep at night. Your penis is not missing. Your kidney is not missing. Nothing. You will just wake up as if nothing happened. Come and try it abroad. They will not see your remains. They will just be doing Amber Alert. We are looking for a 24-year-old man that was last seen. Let's check our family report card though. Who is terrorizing who in this family? It's a very valid question. As a husband, am I a terrorist? Is a valid question. You are maltreating your spouse. And you sleep and wake up beside them daily. You have an angel disguised as a partner. Whoa! I think you don't even watch crime videos and all those things. You will wake up with half of your penis. You will not even fully wake up because you would have partially died. Women also, it's not as if our hands are pure. Some of us also, they balance. Some of us are just very wicked. You are the reason why people have trust issues. Before you got a position, you were humble, you were respectful, you were kind. Now that you got the position, power has changed hands. A man is married to a good woman, a woman that you should allow to make money so that you can even spend from the money. Is your destiny against being pampered? You not be hearing, if she starts earning money or earns more than me, I have to clip her wings. You want to clip your helper's wing and you are wondering why you have not been helped. It's your helper, the one designed to help you. You have clipped their wing. Whoa, poverty does not know color. It doesn't know religion. It doesn't know state. It doesn't know background or degree. Let us see our family report card. Everybody leading us came from families. Well, as did you ask your wife and your partner, how are we doing as a couple? Men are on social media asking questions that they should not even be able to ask in their hearts. There's some questions there are some foolish questions that privately you can ask yourself. You shouldn't even say it out. Who should wash plates? The person who should wash plates is the person who ate on the plate or use the plate to eat. And then if you can't wash it, don't be arrogant about it. Let us know that in your humility, you don't like washing plates. It's not that deep. You can't wash the plate you used to eat, but you can wash bedroom plate. You can suck and lick. Did you really marry your partner for partnership or you married for oppression and wickedness? Because you will just be wondering, and all of us will file to church and mosque and Babalawo's place, depending on which you prefer. To do what? To do what? Couples are, let me tell you something. One of the reasons why God has not answered some prayers is because if God answers your prayer, it's your spouse that will die. I'm telling you. If God answers some prayers, if God fully answers your wife, you may run mad or die. If God fully answers your husband, you may not be alive. God is very merciful. You don't contribute anything to the house apart from saying I'm the provider. So apart from money, apart from, what else do you bring to the table? Oh, nothing. That is what African leaders are doing. What else do they bring to the table apart from stealing? Nothing. Even campaign, nothing apart from fighting parties and calling names and insulting everybody. Oga, don't be angry. What's really your agenda? Why should we hand over 200 million to you? 200 million people. Why? Emiloko, it's my turn. Very entitled, very derogatory, very disturbing, lack of boundaries, just demonic. Why do you want to be the president of a nation? Of a nation that is expecting breakthrough, of a nation that is expecting leadership, direction, clarity. Tell us why. And you have been in power for over 40 years. You have been there repeatedly. They said you built a particular state in the country. The state is not safe. The state has no light. The state does not have good roads, whatever it is. So why should we hand over 200 million people to you? And not like here as a campaign slogan, it is my turn. Yeah, it's your turn to rest. It's your turn to go to jail in a normal circumstance and in a normal country. It's your turn to hear the truth that you do not have a good name. You only have gold. Go live with your gold, spend your gold, and die. And this is for somebody who, when you die, they're going to wrap you up in a white cloth, the same day get you buried, and that's it. Like when you even remember how humbling they will wrap some people. You know, there are some people that when you die, there's glamour. You know, you can even pretend that, okay, there's a diamond coffin, you know, that you will rest in peace, even though we know that rest in peace is not your portion. We know there are some people that can never rest in peace. Even in pieces, they will not rest. Not to now talk of you that they will just use 2 or 3 years of white cloth. And you are a fundamental pain. Whoa, let's end this matter. Ask your spouse and your children if you are a terrorist, because we can't afford to give you power. The small power you have at work, we already feel it. Is it that you people don't even sit down with yourselves with a cup of tea and say, my head is not fully correct? Like, you don't have those moments where you will say, I messed up. Won't get me. You don't have those periods. Well, even when I'm on my period, I don't want to do any work. Not to now talk of when somebody is medically ill. You are traveling everywhere with medical doctors, traveling everywhere with Pampers. You are wetting your pants. And you have a lot of money. What do you need more power for? You're already a godfather. I think what people really need is that every morning we sing for them. In the morning, early in the morning, we will rise and worship you, because I don't understand again. Thank you for buying the bad cheese song. I don't understand again. I will enter your gates with thanksgiving in my... I think men now need those songs. I will enter your gates with joy. I think mere mortals now need those songs. I take pleasure in worshiping you. I take pleasure in licking you. Even my friends, I serve them. I take responsibility in being useful to my friends, not to talk of my partner. Like, do you people marry for joy? Or you just marry to bully? Or you marry to threaten? Or you marry to force? I don't even understand anymore. Oti sue me. Thank you, Valentine, for buying the... People are buying badges to just even give me some level of normalcy. Thank you for buying badges, because I'm even confused. You will see two people who went to the altar. Nobody dragged them there. Nobody forced them. Nobody threatened them. They saw each other. No, I don't know what they saw in each other, but they carried themselves to where they wanted to carry themselves to. And they told themselves, for better, for worse, it's not even in the Bible. They shall squeezed it inside. And then they are using it in churches. It's there. Then it is that worse that you keep showing your partner. For better, for worse, it is only worse. You are focused on GNS worse, GNS 401. Nothing is about better in you. You cheat, no accountability. You are at home, you do absolutely nothing apart from snoring and reading newspaper and watching television when food is when they are cooking. You bring nothing on board apart from money. That money is your body spray. Money is your identity. That's the reason why when men don't have money, a good number of them are depressed and commit suicide. Who told you really that all women want is money? Who are the people you have been dating? Who are the people you have been dating? You must have been dating broke people, because if you date somebody like me who has her money and a lot of it actually, then you will know that we are not around you for money. And then we don't spend naira. We spend dollars and pounds. So when you are really discussing money, let's have this conversation together. You can use a private jet to hunt me, whatever. I've been in those things for a long time, man. Or helicopters. or first class tickets. I'm well traveled. So apart from your money, who are you? They don't know. So saying, carry your degree aside. Carry your damn money aside. If you don't have $5 million, don't stress yourself. We don't spend naira. I don't spend African coins. No. So apart from your money, the money that you cannot use to buy Tesla, you can't buy a full-blown house in the US with your cash. If Valentine's coming also, at the back of their minds, just arrange money like flour. All the money that people arrange, have you gone to observe? It's not $100, so have you observed? Go and check it. Are you aware that $1,000 exists? Have you seen it before? Yeah. $1,000 exists. People who have it know. They will arrange money. In the arrangement of, thank you, Tara, for buying the bag. In the arrangements of money, it's 1,000. When you gather everything together, you know, pass 1 million. Your 1 million, where you gather now, you know how much it is in dollars? You know how much your 1 million naira is in dollars? They will give you 12 notes of $100 each. 12. That one doesn't deserve English. 12. Your 1 million that you gathered and turned into a bouquet of roses is $1,200 notes. They have humbled your Messiah. When these leaders came into power, dollar was around 200. We were still complaining. The severe pain is close to 800. People can't buy food with their money. They can't even see the money. Even banks are shocked. Banks have now become museums. All the banks now, you will not do transfer. It's not working. Because some of them are more focused on food and fashion show than the banking experience. And guess what? Nobody's resigning. Nobody's father is resigning. Nobody's husband is resigning. Nobody's uncle is resigning. They don't resign in Africa. We perish. We die there. It's not the will of God. Something's fundamentally wrong. Europe is no longer underdeveloping Africa. It's now how Africans are underdeveloping Africans. How African men are underdeveloping Africa. And how African women are enabling the underdevelopment of Africa. That's what's going on now. Ghana is there. They are struggling. Nigeria is not even struggling anymore. Nigeria is done struggling. You know when you say that, when you get to a point in Nigeria where you feel you are disappointed, they will now tell you that, hold my beer, just bring the next one. They are now using, buy 5,000 naira new notes, collect 4K. There's no money in the bank, but people who are spraying have money. Well, before you say that our leaders are the problem, it's you I'm talking to. As a husband, what's your report card? It's your wife that will answer. As a wife, what's your report card? I did my report card as a partner today. I did my report card as a partner today. In this relationship, are you receiving the support you desire to receive from me as your woman? The emotional support, the mental support, the spiritual support, the financial support, the sexual support, whatever support. Ask your partner. Because if you see African countries and what is going on there, you will see that something is fundamentally wrong with us in our families. And the leaders, the people who call themselves leaders, men, are in charge. There's no man in power that didn't come from a family. So it's time to do our family circle. Every man listening to me, it is time to receive feedback. If people don't like feedback, you don't like to submit, say women are supposed to be submitting to you. Submit unto one another. Leaders submit. If you cannot submit, then don't hold any leadership position. That is this same mindset of men don't submit. Una don't see them for governorship. Una don't see them for presidential. Nobody is submitting to anybody. Very wicked people. Oh, I passed in my partnership report card. Well, and I also received feedback that I will work on. I'm a very normal human being. Family men, don't announce you are the man of the house. We already know by your beards and your biceps and your body hair or pubic hair, whatever you want to call it, we know. We just want to know if you are leading your house or you are terrorizing your house. Women, all of us enabling bad behavior, raising spoiled sons, and all of those things, we need to also call ourselves to order. You know, there are some bad behaviors that women also have. We also cheat sometimes. You know, our own also is in our body. We need to have a family life conversation. Is my head correct as a spouse? Is my head correct as a partner? Those are valuable questions. Is my head correct? Because the way we are going, we are entering a state of anarchy. Nigeria is entering a state of anarchy with the way we are going. Families also have entered it. Go and check it. Go and check it. Nobody wants to listen to anybody. Everybody's fighting everybody. Ah! Oh, the blessing of the Lord be with you. The next set of leaders who want to purge out in Africa must be well raised from home. They must be accountable. They must submit. They must lead. They must receive feedback. They must serve. If you don't have all of those ingredients, don't bring your small chops to leadership. Don't bring your soul to leadership. Just go to prison. Because that's where people like that exist. Lack of accountability, you should be in prison. You cannot submit, you should be in prison. You cannot receive feedback, you should not be with humans. You can't be on earth and it's your ego that is available every time. The only time you are humble is when you want to collect sex. Even the sex self, it's not really sex. Some of you are marital rapists. Say, since I married you, I now own you. Yeah. Anything I want, I can do. Come and do it in the United States of America. Some of you are attracted to hell. I like how Africans are traveling. Nobody will have to tell you to act well because there are consequences where you are going. If you try to be abnormal, jail is waiting to welcome you. It's a good host. You drive, you overspeed, there's your report card. You go, you become violent, there's your report card. You do anyhow abroad, you will see anyhow. Then it now depends on your passport. If you don't have an American passport, you go and mistakenly carry green, colorless. Iyagbo come abroad. Iyagbo come will follow you abroad. You will see what is going on in your life. So before you pick the next leadership position, if you can't serve, if you can't submit, if you cannot be accountable, if you can't receive feedback, and I'm not talking about any gender, non-binary, binary, anything you call yourself, you're all welcome. If you cannot do those things, leave leadership positions alone. When people are asking you, why should you lead this team? You can't say, Emilokon, it's my turn. Because on a normal day, that statement should have disqualified you. It shows your heart and it shows that you are not there to serve. You are there to be a terrorist. How can you say that a presidential position is your turn? How? Your turn as what? Who do you really think you are? You know, sometimes I don't understand the mercy of God, because if you leave me to be God for 1 second, I already even have the list of people I will wipe out. Me, that I'm not even God, I have list of people who must not make it daily to the next day. God is not something else. Me, that I'm not God, I have a list of people who on a normal day should not have oxygen. You know, that's why I'm really in awe of God, that God is so merciful. Are you serious? The day you said Emilokon, our Father in heaven, we glorify your name. I won't even let you suspect. It's at night. When you are under your duvet, it will be the last time you will cover yourself. From there by, ile lolo tarara, ile lolo tarara, babarele o, ile lolo tarara. It is well, it is well, it is well. That's what you'll be hearing in your dream. Very rubbish. What? The mercy of God. Some of us should not even see the next day. Just be there, just do it anyhow. What can't repent, oh? Because the day some of you will wake up and not, sleep and not wake up is close. You cannot be terrorizing other people's children and think it will be well with you. Let's change, oh. Let's repent. For violence is at hand. Kí ló ń ṣe yín ọmọ ẹ? Some of you are leaders at work and you are very wicked. Kí ló dé? Who snatched your sweet when you were young? Any classmate of mine that I am close to and I have access to, if I hear you are wicked, you will hear from me. That's another talk of you want to go into power and I know that you have a wicked past and you have not repented. You have not changed. There's nobody in leadership talking to this, close to them. It not even spouses. I imagine my partner misbehaving in public. So, what's going on? It's all well. Is there a disconnection in the hard drive? Let's go and do our family report card though. Married men, married women, fiancés, all of you. Okpeyemi, Abudu, I've known you since both of us were 10. And I know you have sense. Nobody has reported you. If they report you once, it's forgiveness. If they report you twice, it's forgiveness. The third time, you will see lightning. Yagbokon will visit you in Canada. But Okpe, I will remove you from my prayer point. What is going on here? If you married for partnership, we must know. Let's go and do meeting. Let us go and do meeting. Let's go and call our families and the members of our families. Our children are going to give us feedback. How do you feel about how I parent you? Because some of us, the principality and power the Bible is describing is in our house. You are a principality. You are a stronghold. Lift up your heads, O ye gates. It's you we are talking to. O ye gates of service. O ye gates of account. People die daily in Nigeria. Containers killing people and nothing is happening. Policemen are shooting people. There was a lady that died on Christmas Day pregnant. You just ruined a family. An only child. You ruined her mother, ruined the husband, and everybody has moved on. Thank you so much for listening to me today. This is going to be on my YouTube page. It's going to be on my wall. We just need to be having these conversations. And some of us have to say it, truthful, in a truthful, kind, loving way, but the truth has to be said. If your father is in power, you must have a conversation with your dad. So that when the curses are flying, it won't fly to you. Because the generational curses that some people are going to experience, it is because you couldn't have a conversation with your dad and you were using other people's money and taxes to be a big boy, to be doing private jet life and stuff. Have you seen the state of the hospitals? Have you seen the state of the road? Have you seen security? Have you seen everything? There's nobody in my family that's in power. You are in power and you are moving mad. You are going to get some polite conversation from me. I'm just going to tell you, I don't mind if you're moving mad. I just want to do a disclaimer because all I'm available for is generational blessings. If you like curses, I don't like curses. And I don't want every type of money. I just want the money that comes with blessings because it is the blessing of God that maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. There are some names that open doors. There are some names that shut doors. I don't want a name that shut doors. My name was open doors for my children, for my partner, for my family, everywhere. Do we have the capacity to self-reflect? Or we are so lost in the fullness of ourselves that we can't even have this conversation with ourselves? Sometimes I tell myself, Onyinkan, you messed up. You should correct yourself. You should go and apologize. And I do those damn things. I remember telling one of my team members, I accused her of something. So what had happened was, I told her to do something. I thought she didn't do it. So I said, oh, you didn't do this, blah, 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 blah. And she said, oh, she did it. And I later found out she did it. So I went back and I said, I apologize for accusing you on this. I owe you this amount of money as an addition to your salary just because I'm sorry. And it happened. And I learned my goddamn lesson. Do you have the capacity to self-reflect? I wish you well. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week, Friday. Today's conversation was how the state of the nation reflects the state of the families. I don't know the Dr. Shola you're talking about, but I'm not related to the person. Yeah. You know, how the state of the nation reflects the state of families is going to be on my YouTube page. It's going to be on this page. Please watch it repeatedly. I just want us to increase our personal and professional influence and be a better person, you know, be a better spouse. Just be kind. So that when you get to leadership, who you have become at home, you can take out. If you are wicked at home, you'll be wicked at work, you'll be wicked everywhere. All those people that pretend to say, oh, I'm kind at work, I'm wicked at home, there's no alignment. If you want to be wicked all through, let's recognize you. But you can't be selecting kindness just because there's a financial reward. No. So I'll see you next week. If you signed up for our emotional intelligence certification course, it's starting from Sunday. I will see you there also. If you want to sign up, please send me a message. It's a course, a paid course. It is $600. You can check my wall for more details before you send me a message. It is not free, you know, but it's a paid course. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, Adulam Guy. Thank you to all the awesome people that bought badges. Thank you to everyone who show up every time, who always, you know, listen to me, share this conversation on YouTube. Let's just be better so that the quality of followers and leadership can be better. All of us are coming from from families. And then sometimes you just try and imagine the family center purging these leaders. Where are your parents? In their grave? Are they resting in peace? Or they're just like, geez, no. My friends aren't even going to allow me keep messing up online. If I even post a tweet that they don't like, they don't even tell me, oh, I don't like that tweet. Or no, praise for what? Praise just going to say, hey, babes, that tweet where you tweet, delete it. It will not even explain. And the moment it says delete it, it's gone. I won't even ask that, oh, why? I'm not going to delete it because we share different opinions. No, your friends watch out for you. They look out for you. And we don't always have to agree. They are protecting me. And I respect the protection. They don't have to tell me why I should delete it. If it makes them uncomfortable and they are my friends, they can tell me the truth. But we just have sycophants and people who worship us and just, you know, do all of these things and they can't tell you the truth. You don't have friends. You have pests. Once the money is gone and the title is gone, you're going to be alone. So let's stop it. Let's be better. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Friday, this time, same venue. I love you. I care about you. Thank you for all the good things, badges, appreciation, comments, all of those things. It will be on my YouTube page. It will be here also. See you next week, Friday.